big artists in Korea, and those are crazy numbers. You know what I'm saying? And
Didn't
it's just
Blackpink use
yeah. We had like Lisa, right, who's like fan. I think like they've mentioned you in like some like playlist love and stuff like that. But this is like when you get that cosign, it's just a crazy different galaxy of a fan base that comes on board.
Tell me about it, bro.
Yeah, what's that been like?
Fucking insane, because I've been a fan of Blackpink and especially Lisa. Lisa's for some reason always been my favorite member. I'm like, Lisa is so fire. She's so swaggy. Yeah. I'm like, fuck, like she's everything, you know? So I've always been a fan. And to see her dance to my song, I had no idea that she was gonna do that film. Like, I was literally in the studio one night and Kat, she FaceTimes me and she's like, bitch. Look. She's like, bitch, look. And she showed me and it's Lisa dancing to my fucking song.
Right. Wow.
And I was like, holy fuck. And I was like, well, shit. I'm like, Lisa is like huge. Tomboy's about to go again. You know, like I was like, this is gonna get a lot of streams on Tomboy. And I opened my Instagram and sure enough, like I already gained like 2,000, 3,000 followers on Instagram, and
she's one of the most followed women on Instagram.
Damn.
Like, she's just so charismatic. She's very likable, charismatic.
Super.
She's very global too. She has a very global feel.
She's very positive also.
Yeah.
I don't know, just all of it. She's great.
Yeah.
That's so cool though.
Yeah,
so you see that and you're flipping out. I think I saw your IG story where you're like yelling and shit.
I'm flipping out. I'm like, holy fuck, like how did she do this? How did she find my song? I was so fucking confused, but I was loving it and I was like taking in every second, and you know, I was just fucking.
That's cool that it was random. Like you're wondering like how did it get to her?
Yeah,
right?
but I know now.
Oh, you do?
I do know now. So her choreographer, her name's Cheshire. She choreographs everything that Lisa does, all of her little films, and Cheshire is a fan of mine that I'm familiar with because she did her own dance to Lolo and to like all of my other music. And then Anthony King was the director of all the films that he's done for Lisa, so Anthony King was also a fan, so I'm sure word got to Lisa, you know, obviously it did. So she danced to Tomboy. I was like trying to get Lisa's attention because I'm like, girl, like let me thank you, like let me just thank you in person. So I ended up linking with Cheshire and Anthony, and we FaceTimed, and they both live in Korea, and I thanked them. And
that's
one night I was in the studio. It was like about a week later. One night I was in the studio with Mark Chwan and his manager Randy, and they knew about me from Lisa, and they're like, man, like I think I'm gonna FaceTime her. And like I was like, bitch, you don't fucking know Lisa. I was like, bitch, you don't have fucking. I was like, bitch,
you don't just FaceTime.
You don't just FaceTime Blackpink.
And so literally, we were literally sitting at a table like this, and you're Randy, and he FaceTimes Lisa, and she answers, and he goes, "What's up? I have someone with me," and goes like that.
Wow.
And I'm like, hi. And right off the bat, Lisa was like, oh my gosh. And then Kat was there. Kat recorded it.
That's dope.
And the clip is on my Instagram, but recorded it, and I got to thank Lisa. I'm like, yo, you changed my fucking life.
Yeah.
Like, you literally, I swear to God, I was about to get dropped from my label because like I literally was like, I was like at that point where I was like, I don't know what the fuck is next.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that I literally also, not a lot of people know about this, but my business manager had called me like top of the year and was like, you have like 4 months left till you're at zero. And I was like, fuck, I'm gonna have to move back home. I was running out of money.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? I need to do something. And so literally I was just like, I was fucking praying, you know, like in a moment like that, you're like, damn, am I gonna is this all I had? Like all God gave me is 2 years of living this dream and then telling me to go home.
That's a well-calculated business manager. He's like, you
on,
got
dude.
exactly 4 months till you have nothing.
You have 4 months until we're basically at zero.
Wow.
And I was like, holy shit. So I couldn't fucking eat.
That's a scary thing to hear. Yeah.
I was like, I'm not telling my family because my mom would throw a fit. She would be crying. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm not trying to tell nobody. So then literally like I prayed and I asked God, I'm like, God, is this your plan for me? Like to just have me go home?
Right.
And if it's not, open some doors. That's all I said. 2 weeks later, the Lisa video happened.
Wow.
And that's the thing. Things like that,
Praise God.
It's scary and it's real because you get an opportunity where you have a certain amount of time to make some shit happen.
For sure.
You know, like young artists get deals or whatever. And it's great. You feel good. You have now. It just buys you time. That's all it does.
That's all
it buys you time to extend that time, like a video game when you
like
get to that checkpoint.
Yeah.
That's what it does. That's what being an artist is.
Right,
You just got to get to a checkpoint every
crazy
time
taxi
to
game,
extend this journey even
100%.
longer.
100%.
Sorry, I guess like I'm not in music, so I don't really understand that. So once that video, when Lisa put that up, how does that help you monetarily, like sponsorships and things like that, or?
Not necessarily. I mean, I think like, so when she put it up, obviously it got a lot of streams on my song, and everyone wanted to know what the song was. Everyone wanted to know who's singing this song. And they, in the credits on the end of the video, it said Destiny Rogers Tomboy. So they found me, and I also like commented on the YouTube video and said, thank you so much for using my song, Lisa, like whatever. And it was like pinned as the top comment on the video. So when fans go scroll down, they see, oh, this is the singer.
Yep.
Boom.
Let's go.
Just like that. Okay, so there's a lot of connections there.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much how
That's all I want. I just want a BTS tweet. Like,
she also mentioned me like on like the Korean like Vogue like magazine in an article. So she mentioned me in the interview.
That's beautiful.
That's fucking dope.
I wonder if like, because groups like Blackpink, BTS are some of the biggest boy and girl groups in the world. I wonder if they know like before putting in artists in a playlist, like I'm about to fuck this person's world up.
You know what I'm saying? And, like,
For sure.
Lisa was like shy when I was talking to her. I'm like, bitch, you changed my life. Like I don't even think she knows she has power like that. I mean, I'm sure she does.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, bitch. Like you you fucking like turned my whole world upside down. My label literally was sleeping and then woke the fuck up. Wow. And I was like, okay, eyes on destiny. Let's fucking go. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I don't even think she like knows how that changed everything. It really did.
God, I love her even more. Like, how could you?
And she's so humble. She's so humble and so cute. She's like, no, thank you. Your song's amazing. And I'm like, bitch, shut up. I'm like, shut up.
I mean, honestly, I sense with you too. I love that you have this kind of sense of gratitude, in general, because not all artists have that. Especially, whether you, young cats can be arrogant and